Welcome to Jadekine Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I will be doing an unboxing of a couple of Dwarven Forge sets, the Stone and Tudor Ruins, which is to say to make rubble or burning buildings from the Stone or Tudor buildings from their City Builder set. Got a couple of just the cottages off to the side because you'll need some normal non-ruined pieces to go along with a lot of the stuff in here. And because I am most excited about it, I am going to start with Tudor. The reason I picked up the set, and it was one of the muskets while it's available, is I had to get these couple. They're the ones I'm very excited about. And then right here on top. Okay, so what are these? So there are a couple of these here, and it's like, well, what on earth is this? It looks like fire off of a weird block, huh? Where you take this, you stuff it into a window. There we go. Then you have fire pouring out of that window. That is such a cool idea for me. As far as like motivating a run to that building, very cool. Just looks like that from the inside. Of course, if you have little freestanding fires, you can put those around. Okay, put this off to the side because there were some other orange bits. There are two of these. And of course, these work in stone buildings as well. But these also same curly Q painted bits. Man, I wish they would just come out with a big set with a bunch of both of these so I can have a whole village on fire. But these ones have a magnet here. And they're at such an angle that you can magnet them to the roof. And it's fire coming up from the roof. So really just being able to set a building on fire here is... I'm so happy to have these now. Alright, and then there's all sorts of other stuff in here on top of that was extra. So what do we get here? And a lot of the stuff looks burnt and charred. So there are 4 of these. If you take the thing here, you take out a corner post. This in itself is a corner post. And it has the slot there for things to go into on one end. But on the other end, it is just already rubble. So there were 4 of those. We have a couple of these. Oh, there's 3 here. They're stuck together. Which could say, oh, that fire went on too long. And this replaces the wall with a burnt down section of wall. Of course, whatever. Slightly different look on each end. Same as this had. We have 4 of this piece here. Coming in, take out another bit. This one is just going to set there, sort of freestanding, but it kind of inserts into a spot. Obviously, there's no tension on it. It's going to fall off if you don't keep it level or held down. But it's just sort of a bit of freestanding that sort of matches this beam here that things have burnt and broken beyond that. here are 3 more of the set from before. So there are 6 of these, I guess, now. There are 3 of this. The bottom is nothing. This was before anchor magnets. They just had these sort of pads that resist slipping. This is broken down and burnt-edged floor, so you can kind of put together a little bit of a husk of a burnt-down house. Obviously, you could swap this for this here, put another post at the edge and have this, you know, all sorts of variety of how you could set it up. But just burnt husk of a house. Especially if it's an upper floor and you sit on top of something. And the final piece is a roof. I don't think it has metal in it. No. So you cannot magnetize to this one. That was never made clear, but I didn't think there was space to hide it in there. So, but this replaces the roof here with one that is all burnt and broken. Also kind of gives concept for what the understructure of the roof might look like. Just noticing here, because it is semi-detailed beneath. It's got these beams and structures here. Yeah, so a different roof that can be put on whatever burnt shell of a house. Yeah, just to kind of give a vision and idea for what has happened here. And I'm also going to use this video to open up the Stone Ruins set. Pieces here. Everything falling out as I go. Okay. What do we got? There is a bit of a puzzle here. Because there are a bunch of duplicate pieces that can be used in a bunch of different ways. Okay, so there are 6 each of these 3 pieces. So, big stack off to the side. So we can take a look at what this collection really does. And there have already been times in a game where I'm like, man, it would have been cool to have this. The fire stuff too. But it kind of comes together as a wall. So this piece here, note, dead side on the bottom. This piece here that forms the top does not have a dead side. It is all the way sculpted. This little bit here also dead side on the bottom. So there is a distinctive top and bottom for these. They can slot in as a normal wall that is breakaway. So then you can have a broken bit of wall, or one side of that, or the other side of it, or both. If you want this to be a chunk on the ground, some bit of rubble. But it is so where it can be a full wall, and then they can literally push into it and break it and make it a broken wall. So, and of course, by using different combinations of both pieces, one piece or the other, you can have a large section of the building broken. We also have, should be 6 of these. So 5 off to the side. And this is a corner. So, no peg, which means that it can freestand wherever. You know, so it does not have to be there, but it can be the corner of a house that's broken. By the way, this piece can also end up just used upside down to be another option in the middle of a section of wall to be broken. So, just to add more variety to your rubble there. So, I guess comparison, this corner is a little shorter than these, just to make note. And then make sure we get a good image of it. So we have, how many of these? 4? Yeah. 4 of these. Which have a little like statue detail that is broken down in them as well. But these are like just a rubble pile, so clearly the stones have fallen here. This works very well for the pile of stones that have fallen in or out. And one side is pretty flat to go up against something. It wants to be strewn in a certain direction. I'm just kind of looking like a random pile there. So, and our final pieces here, should be 3, are these 3 floors, which are broken stone with wood in the center that is burnt out, when none of the actual houses have wooden floors on the stone bit. But that's what they did. So here is, again, it's got 3 points, so you can do the same kind of fancy broken thing you could with the wooden ones. You know, build up just some bits here. And yeah, so variety of options. The stone one has bunches of rubble, and a lot of it is designed to match with the walls, although the random piles and then the corners that don't use the posts definitely can just kind of stand on their own, really. And, you know, just kind of make an outline of a structure on whatever battle mat you have. The Tudor ones have all sorts of burnt out bits, including this burnt roof fancy thing, but also super excited to have the actual fire. You know, if ever your players are, say, really afraid of the enemy inside, and so they're trying to burn the building it's in so that sunlight hits the bodock and it has to flee outside into the sunlight that hurts it, and you know that they're burning up a lot of the loot that they could have gotten from the battle. It would be nice to have these, so if ever that happens again, I'll have little fire bits next time. As well as, you know, as the stone parts of the building crumble, I can replace them with crumbly stone. So, things that I have needed in my games and just had to say, imagine this is burning, and imagine these walls are falling apart. well, next time I can actually show. So, definitely feels like a big set for to cover a lot of ground for ruins. Obviously, it goes along with existing buildings, because not every one of the buildings is going to be completely destroyed in, so you need some whole parts to go with it. Just wish I had more of the fire stuff. Anyways, I will link to Dwarven Forge's website, where you can check it out, pick it up. They have this. They also have other alternate versions of the ruin sets that, like the Tudor one, does not come with any of the fire, but they do both come with other bits of the non-ruined buildings, enough that you can actually, with just the sets, build a few structures out. So there's a couple ruin buildings options. I went with the ones that included the fire because I already have some normal buildings to pair the stuff with. But both are available. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff, and thank you for watching. Bye.